Trey. Got that struggle beard going on right now, man. Trying to get that taken care of. But yeah, man, this gonna be quick. You know, the holidays coming up, and with the holidays coming up, you know, a lot of people gonna be having to save for, you know, gifts and stuff like that. Hey, man, start now. Start buying gifts now. You know, that's the biggest thing. What's going on, Swoop? See you creeping in here. Hey, the biggest thing is to buy gifts now, man. You know, putting the money aside, $10 here, $5 there. You know, start catching stuff on discount. I mean, a lot of people worry about Black Friday so much, and to me, when it comes down to it, a lot of times, Black Friday really just see what's going on. Black Friday really don't be having too many deals. I mean, it's just like sometimes it be pennies on the dollar, and sometimes you do actually get good deals. But I think it's more on the lines of cyber. Like a lot of stuff to get deals I order online. Like the crazy part is I ordered a toothbrush. I think it was last year. I paid $28 for this toothbrush. But with the toothbrush, it's one of those mechanical toothbrushes, massage, the tongue scraper, the flosser, but it's a catch. It also had a water pick. That's what it's called, water pick. Where like the dentist, where they spray the water in your mouth. You know, that's one of the things I'm real big on because I don't like going to the dentist. You know, I try to go when I can, but I don't like going to the dentist. So that's one of the things I do is basically keep my teeth clean. I always, you know, get to the point, Listerine and all the whole nine, you know, flossing, everything, because I don't like going to the dentist. Even every time I go to the dentist, they always say, man, your teeth is so clean to not be going to the, like one time, I had to get a tooth pulled. Kane, what's going on? Oh, man, you going live today? I had to get a tooth pulled, so I end up having to go to the dentist. I think at that time I ain't been to the dentist in like 8 years or 10 years, somewhere around in there. And when I came there, they always got to do your X-ray, and then they're gonna work on your teeth the next visit, so that, they can get two out you instead of doing it all at one swoop. And I know the process. So fooling around, I did that, and it came to the point where, hey, it was just crazy, because hey, Jessica, you might need to go on Swoop channel on Saturday, because Swoop be having going live on Saturday, and Swoop, I know y'all to have that good talk over there. All right, Kane. What's going on, Red Lipstick Vibe? Yeah, but Swoop be having her Saturday night, mischief, and I think Swoop, you're like on her Friday, Jessica does something on Friday, and then Saturday roll over to your day. And I think y'all have a good little combo talks about that. What's going on, Suncloud? But yeah, so but basically, that's the thing about keeping teeth clean. I'm going on something else, but basically it's about just talking about with the money, as far as with saving for trips, anything. But the main thing, like I say, with the holidays coming up, start putting that little money aside now and build up, because a lot of times kids want some of everything. What's going on, Cut Dog? Yeah, kids want some of everything, and so you gotta really, really, really start putting forth. Like with this year, I know my wife, she always try to be Scrooge because she don't like spending a lot of money at Christmas. And I'm starting to get to that point because my kids are getting older, so they want more electronics and stuff. But more along the lines with toys, man, I used to ball out. Toys, hit them up, give them all the little stuff. Because, it's like with your childhood, you didn't get certain things, so you want more and the best for your kids. So that's why I always, buy them the stuff like that. Because there's certain things I wanted as a little kid, couldn't get. I mean, one of the biggest toys I got for Christmas that I never forget was the Teddy Rocks. One of the biggest birthday gifts I got when I was a little kid was some Hot Wheels mini city Hot Wheels. It had the police, everything, all on like the mini kind. So that was one of my biggest toys I got for Christmas. I can remember I really wanted it, and I got, well, the birthday gift was a surprise, but the Teddy Rocks one was the biggest. You know, and for my kids, I try to do that with them. But them being older, they not even into toys like that, you know. So even with my wife, I ball out with her. Like, I got her 2 Pandora bracelets, and she don't even wear neither one of them. Like, I surprised her with the first Pandora, which was the silver one. She said she liked gold, so I went and bought her a gold one. But the thing about the gold, they don't have as much charms for it because nobody wanted to spend $200 on a gold charm. So they kind of more or less discontinue a lot of the gold. And, you know, the crazy part is, you know, okay, she can tell me. I bought her the case for it, so she got a case to put them in. But yeah, you know, the first one, I was, you know, I bought a whole bunch of them just because, you know, I had a little extra money. So I think I bought her like probably 15 charms. And my partner got mad because when he bought his girl one, he bought her like 2 charms. I damn near fit, I was probably about 4 or 5 from filling up my wife's whole bracelet. And my cousin, this dude, he outdid me and my friend. He bought his wife 3 full Pandora bracelets. I think he spent like over, I think it was like 25 or something like that, $100. Because he bought all the charms, the bracelet, and some specialty cases and stuff like that. So, and he bought them for her because he was like, I like this. So instead of me, I know I can't wear it, so I'm gonna make my wife wear it. And so he was just picking all kind of stuff. That's like the dude at my job. I was talking to him, and his wife real big on just, you know, just custom things. So I was telling him, I was like, for Christmas, just get your wife, you know, some stuff from Amazon, but, you know, just more customized. And I had told him about my wife. I had bought her a Thanos glove for the Pandora bracelet, but it wasn't a Pandora charm. It was from this other company that makes the charms for Pandora. So when he seen that, he was excited because he's like, oh, my wife will love this because she's a big Marvel fan. Because what's his name? Hugh Jackman. I think that's the one who played Wolverine. So she watched the trailer for Deadpool 3 and she screamed so loud, and he said he came in there and thought something was wrong with her. Come to find out, you know, the new Deadpool with Hugh Jackman in there playing as Wolverine excited her, and he's like, she big Marvel fan. So I'm like, dude, like, look at this. And when we was looking at the charms, I'm like, yeah, the charms are like $12, this and that. I was like, just get the whole bracelet full. And with him, you know, he's like the, what is he? Like the manager of the company. So basically, dude got money. And the thing of it is, like I told him, I was like, just fill up the whole bracelet. I'm like, these $12, these are nothing. I'm like, dude, I was spending $60 and $75 up to $100 on charms. So I'm like, $12? I was like, if my wife was into Marvel, I just buy it because they got like Scarlet Witch. They got what's his name? Hulk. They got the Captain America shield. They got a what was it? Iron Man. So basically, like all that, and he just buy the bracelet, and then you don't even gotta buy the Pandora because they have a cheap little bracelet, assuming it's Pandora, still sterling silver, just don't have the Pandora clip on there, and there you go. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Like, you know, stuff like that. And he was like, I just buy it all in one swoop. And he has to start a business account because him and his wife share that Amazon account. And I was like, well, just shoot me the money. I'll buy it and I'll mail it to my house, bring it to work, and your wife will never know because, you know, unless you start another account like you said. But I was like, she'll never know. He's like, he'll think about that too. But, you know, like stuff like that. You buying this stuff now, by the time Christmas come up, you know they're going to put it like a little 10 to 15% jack up on it. You know, like the PlayStation. The PlayStation was so high, and you know, after the first unveil, because I think now the PlayStation's like $800, $1,000, but some people still sell them for the original price, like $600 or $500. One of my friends, he got one like a year after they came out. He bought it from a guy on OfferUp. Dude had like 8 of them, and he said he was just selling them. He said he had bought them out, and then now he just selling them. What's going on, Bunny Rose? Hey, Bunny, I was on your channel the other day, and I think I put it in your chat. I was listening to that jazz, and then it switched over to the R&B, and you know, just the tunes, and no music. All of us just music, no words. I'm up here thinking I'm actually listening to Pandora, so I'm working and stuff in the warehouse before I get to head out driving. I was just tuned in. I was like tuned in. Like that's like good work music. We just have it playing in the background, and I have my headphones on with me. I got them charging now. When I had my headphones on, I was just going. You know, wasn't even paying attention. But like I was saying, pretty much, a lot of people looking for gifts and stuff like that, going to start buying them now. Putting money aside now. Like, I'm gonna buy me another bed. I'm just going ahead and buy it because, like, it's to the point where, like, house gifts, me and my wife, we don't try to, you know, give each other, oh, a pot set for Christmas. Oh, you got a pot set. That's for the house. You know, that's gifts for the house. We'll buy that anytime. We just bought a Ninja grill. So stuff for the house, we just buy it whenever. But little gifts, we try to make it sentimental. We buy it like that, you know. Even my wife, for her birthday came up, I bought her some clothes from this, what is this, a mystery haul thing, where you give them the size and then they kind of have someone style like the outfits out. And it was a good deal. Like a lot of them was, I think some of them might be returns, but a lot of them was a lot of new clothes that had a tag on it. It was it thrift up? Black Guns, what's going on in gardening? Oh man, I checked out your channel a couple of times. Man, I never really see, and this is what YouTube I think does this, but a lot of people who I'm subbed to, I never really get a chance to go watch all of them because I don't be getting notifications like that. So now that I see you popped up in here, I'm gonna have to go back in and unsubscribe, resubscribe to you, and I'm gonna just have to always keep, you know what I'm saying, looking for your channel. Hopefully I can, once I do that, it'll pop up in my feed again. But yeah, man. But you know, having that little money set aside for stuff, man, it really helps. You know, a lot of times people go broke using credit cards. That's the time where a lot of people pull up so much debt during the holidays. Like Thanksgiving coming up, same thing with Thanksgiving. A lot of people want to get the big turkey, you know what I'm saying, have the whole family come up there and, you know, just ball out. You hitting that credit card, hitting those credit cards, man, I'm telling you, it's going to put a dent in your pocket. A lot of people just can't bounce back. Once you start hitting those credit cards, it's kind of hard to bounce back because, you know, you're actually spending above your means. You know, I have one credit card now. I gotta pay them, excuse me, I think it's like $700. But other than the $700, what's going on, Pastor? Other than the $700 on that credit card, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really pretty much not in debt. Like my credit is pretty decent. You know, I don't have no other stuff that's bad on my credit. You know what I'm saying? All my stuff is paid off. I don't really have no liens or nothing. I got these couple of hacks I'm finna throw on there, and I doing an authorized user for my cousin because he got like a $10,000 credit card. So I'm gonna do an authorized user on his, and hopefully once I hit that authorized user and it boosts my credit back up, then I'm gonna go apply to the company that he has that credit card with. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it is the MasterCard. I think it's with Navy Federal. And he has, I think, some signature card with Navy Federal. And I have Navy Federal, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I really haven't been dealing with my Navy Federal account. For everybody that got Navy Federal, you gotta start taking advantage. They have in-house credit. So they don't go off your credit score. They go off the way you pay your bills, the way you put money in your account, the way your account never goes into negative, the way you don't have bounce checks or anything. And that gets you approved for more cards. He has this one card to where I think he has two other cards with them, or it might be, yeah, he has two cards with them. But that signature card is it's kind of crazy because he can take money off other cards and combine them to that card to make that card have like I think a 10 to 15 credit limit, 15,000 credit limit. I think the biggest card he got, he told me was 15,000, but that's not with Navy Federal. That's the biggest card he got. But like just learning how to work your money, man. Navy Federal with that in-house credit, that's good. Then you start looking at, like, you have banks, like I have PNC. PNC has three accounts. You have a growth account, a reserve account, and a checking account. Now with the, I think it's the reserve account or something like that. I think that's the account they have to where you can, you know, save long term. The growth account is the one that you know what I'm saying, want to buy something quick. What's going on, Red Pill? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to take advantage of it. You know, when you actually saving for the holidays. Is the audio good, man? Because I ain't even checked that. I should have put on my headset. If it's the audio bad, too much background noise. Because I know if I put my mic on, they'll kind of kill some of that noise in the background. But yeah, man, saving is good, man. Yeah, you're like Red Lipstick channel, man. I mean, a lot of people over here on the channel, man, they got pretty decent channels. And like I like sharing everybody's channel, man. You know, I go over, watch people's channel, I share the links. You know, sometimes everybody know I don't be around too much because, you know, I get in, if I'm on a panel, I'll talk, but if not, I jump down, listen from the chat, go over there, I share your link on my community tab, go ahead and, you know, try to get people to come over and sub and take a look at your channel. Like I always say, I can't really force too many people to go to people's channels, but the point of it is, you know, I'm pretty cool and people know I deal with pretty cool channels. And my whole thing is too, I kind of learn stuff from a lot of channels. That's why more or less I listen to pretty much a lot of channels. You know, everybody have their viewpoints, and when it come down to it, I'm not gonna say whatever you talk about is bad. It might be, you know, something that can easily get misunderstood, or to a point where, you know, different spaces have a narrative or things that they want to talk about. So it behooves me to try to, you know, push a different narrative. So I always, you know, kind of let people understand and feel for themselves. You know, I lose a lot of subs sometimes because they look at this situation having a one-track mind, but I tell them, not only do I, you know, try to talk about finance and try to talk about self-accountability, you know, understanding yourself, knowing you, so you can be a better person. I also try to, you know, push you to look at other channels from different perspectives, you know. That's why I try to step away from the relationship talk, the gender talk, because that's gonna go on forever and a day, and it's never gonna be a meeting of the minds because everybody have their own thoughts and opinions in which they want to push. So that's why I say I try to focus more on finance, try to get people to start looking at money, generational wealth. My big thing, I always shout out Alonzo with life insurance. A lot of people should have life insurance. If you have kids, you definitely should have life insurance. Oh, Wacky in the building. What's going on, Wacky? Oh, man, I got to drop that wrench for you, man. But when it comes down to, a lot of people should have life insurance. I talked to my friend. I was telling him, just because you don't have kids, you still should have life insurance. That's a good savings. What other accounts you can put money in and don't get taxed? Don't have the government dealing with you, and to a degree, you put money in there and don't lose money. And the best thing, like I tell people, term is good, but if you don't have kids, why get term? Term is more or less for people who want to get a large sum of money with a bare minimum payout. You want to get whole life, and preferably universal life. So universal life goes off the S&P 500, and it pays out more, because you got to look at this. With a whole life plan, you get a $50,000 whole life plan, you might pay, let's say, $50 a month. At the end of that 30 years, you good. Policy set, you can keep paying into it or not. They already have it scheduled out for how many years that policy will be paid up to a degree. Now, what they do is they take the money, put it in the, what is the bank? The international banks, and they get about 15% interest off that money. Now, the thing is, you get a universal life, they take that money and they put it in the S&P 500. So S&P, everybody who don't know about the stocks and stuff, S&P carries what? About 500 of the best companies, to the point where if the companies aren't doing good, they rotate them out to put better companies in for that. So I talk about that a lot. Alonzo will break it down in better detail. Alonzo Hardy, All-Star Advisor, if you want to look at that far as money-wise. But like I always tell people, you should have life insurance, preferably universal life. I have a $100,000 life insurance policy. I pay into that policy every month $100. I can give more. It just, that's what's set in stone, $100. But to the point, I've had that policy for going on 4 years now. I haven't looked at my updated statements, but within the 3 years I had the policy, I made $15,000 off of it. So if I die right now, my wife won't get $100,000. She'll get $115,000. The longer I keep it, the more money, compounds and builds up. So they said if at the current market rate right now, which I won't lose money, but I'll make $3.4 million by the time I turn 78. So my thing is, if I make 3.4 by the time I turn 78, before I turn that, I know I can hit $1 million, preferably around 50 to 60. So that's my time to invest and to buy properties and stuff like that. So, that's why I always, try to harp on people spending money, learning about money, and get your finances together. A lot of people fail to realize you're going to get old. And when you get old, you got to have money set aside for you when you get old. You can depend on your kids all the time. Flawless Authority, I watch his channel. Black Excellence. I always put his link in the chat. Matter of fact, when I get off of here, I'm going to go ahead and drop his link, and also Black Guns and Gardening. I'm gonna share one of your links in my community tab so people can go over there and check your channel out as well. But the thing of it is, a lot of people fail to realize, to the point where, if not even just for the kids, If you don't have kids, I mean, that's a plus if you do. But the point of it is, you got to invest for the future for yourself. It starts with you. If you don't deal with you first, how can you deal with your kids? You know, you take all your money set aside for your kids and their future, then you'll be broke. So start with you first. You know, old professor has the 9 laws of self-government. Rule number 3, apply selfishness. Sometimes you got to think about yourself. You know, going back to rule number 2, being disciplined. A lot of people fail to like have that discipline to, you know, split hairs. And I'm gonna make sure I get paid. I'm gonna make sure I put money aside for my kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Like, far as money, holidays coming up, you gotta have that budget plan set. Not only do you have right after Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas, and you know, still people have New Year's. So you have all 4 of those back to back to back. I mean, that's not even within 4 months. You know, Halloween's at the end right now, so you going into what? Maybe a good 2.5 months. You got 4 holidays right there. Hey, and like I said, a lot of people gonna be going broke, spending that, hitting that credit card. They gonna be sitting up there, you know, borrowing money, all this stuff. At the end of the day, crazy. You know, and I'm starting to see what my wife always would talk about with that, you know, with the money. So when it comes down to it, hey, you gotta start setting your pockets together. But I'm about to go ahead and jump off of here, man. Like I said, man, get your money together, get your finance together. Hey, health is wealth, man. Take care of yourself. You know, get back on my workout. I really do need to go ahead and drop some of this weight down before I actually take my foot for my DOT. So, really want to go ahead and take care of that. But, you know, like I always say, till next time you hear, and we go.